Till and Derek Brunson fight. Now, let me review that fight. So Derek Brunson, he's a top five middleweight, contested at 185 pounds. Derek Brunson is a solid competitor. That guy can really, really wrestle. He's coming off a couple wins against Kevin Holland, and who's the other guy he just beat? He beat Edmund Shabazian, right? Ronda Rousey is the manager of Edmund Shabazian. But moving on, you know, Darren Till, he's a very good striker, but the thing is, his ground game is very suspect. If you look at his background, he's being KO'd by Masvidal. That loss doesn't really say a lot about his skill set. I think it's because of the weight cut. That was the real issue there at welterweight. When he fought Woodley, he got submitted with a Darce choke, but he needs to work on his ground game. I think that's definitely his ground game is suspect. That's what he needs to work on, really. His wrestling, which is, it's pretty obvious what he needs to work on. But do I think that this fight was for a number one title shot? No, because actually, yes, I do think it's a title shot. It's a title shot for either guy because, Derek, he just beat Edmund Shabazi and he just beat Darren Till, and he just beat the other guy, Kevin Holland. So that should be a title shot. I think Derek Brunson deserves a title shot. I think Darren Till, he's looking at getting cut in his next few fights. Definitely, I'm saying, like, definitely might get cut in his next few fights because, he's 1-3 in his last four, right? So only person he beat was Kelvin Gastelum, and Kelvin Gastelum's not even really a middleweight. He's a welterweight. He's not a middleweight. Fucking wasps. Fucking wasps, man. But yeah. Well, Darren Till, he's a very good fighter. I think he probably needs to fight. And the fight. Talking about the fight. The first round, I thought Darren Till, he won the first round. No, he didn't. He got taken down. Then he got taken down in the first round. He didn't win a single round. Derek Brunson took him down in the first round. Very, very heavy on the wrestling. Darren Till was able to get back up with like 1 minute remaining. I think he needs to change his corner. Definitely get a new corner, man. Like, get a better jiu-jitsu coach. I think he needs a new jiu-jitsu coach. Get a better wrestling coach too. Keep your head coach. Like, his coach right now. His coach is Edwin Roddy or something. No, that's not. That's Conor McGregor's coach. But I really think that the second round, after the second round starts, Darren Till again is like a fish out of water. He really has no answer for the grappling. I mean, he has some good combinations. The 1-2's looking nice. The movement is looking good, but at times he feels that Derek Brunson is more than he actually is. So he's like overextending himself, and then he's open to getting. He's overextending himself, and then he's open to getting taken down. So Derek was really, really heavy on the wrestling, man. Like, super heavy on the wrestling. It's like he wanted to get a takedown no matter what. Like, Darren Till's good at defending takedowns. It's just that he needs maybe more experience. Don't overextend yourself when you're throwing punches. I think if he didn't go for those knockout blows and swarming Derek, then maybe he wouldn't have got taken down. It's just a couple of things he needs to work on. I don't think it's, a complete skill difference. He needs to work on his ground game, obviously, but, also his takedown defense could look a little bit better. He did get back up after the first round. Those butterfly hooks. The first round he got up with underhooks, and then he just pushed him away with the hips. But in this, I don't know which round it was, but he got back up. He tried to get back up at the end of the fight. The last round, he used the butterfly hooks. But the butterfly hooks were kind of lazy, and Derek was able to get to mount. Darren Till turns his back and he gets choked out with a rear naked choke in the third round submission. Oh man, people were saying that Darren Till was, the favorite coming into the fight. Everyone was writing off Derek Brunson before the fight even started. It's like the UFC really was pushing Darren Till, Darren Till, Darren Till, but you know, at the end of the day, when you look at it, Derek was the one that had a much better resume coming into the fight. He was the established middleweight. Darren Till's a fucking welterweight coming up to middleweight. So Derek Brunson should have been the favorite. It's a slap on the wrist. It's a very disrespectful for the UFC to give, for even the betting odds to be a favorite for fucking Darren Till. Like, how is he the favorite? Darren Till's worst matchup has always been a wrestler. If he faces a wrestler, then he's in trouble. If he fought Ben Askren, I think he would have lost that fight too. Ben maybe Ben would have got knocked out by Darren on the feet. But that would be a bad matchup for him also. And I think Kamaru Usman would beat him as well. Wrestle him, beat him easy. Beat him on the ground, probably wrestle him, double leg takedown against the fence. Derek's double leg takedowns against the fence are very good. His single legs very good. I mean, his wrestling is amazing. It's like 10 out of 10. Beautiful wrestling. Like, really good wrestling. Now, do I think he deserves the title shot? It's a tough one. It's a tough one because he's on a 5-fight win streak right now. So, I don't know. Does he deserve the title shot over Robert Whittaker? Of course not. Robert Whittaker deserves the title shot. But after Whittaker and Adesanya fight, they have to fight someone else. Who should be next? If you look at the landscape of the division, the Polish people talking in the background. But Jared Cannonier, people are saying you should fight Jared Cannonier. And then there's, who else is in the division that's looking at a title shot, trying to get a title shot? Edmund's not in the picture. Derek Brunson. There's Derek Brunson. Then it's, Marvin Vettori and that other guy, Paulo Costa. Exactly. Yeah, but Marvin Vettori is not going to get a title shot. He doesn't deserve the next title shot. Paulo Costa doesn't deserve the next title shot. So I think it's Derek Brunson because Paulo Costa just lost against Izzy. Marvin Vettori just lost against Izzy. They're going to fight. But Derek, people are saying that Derek should fight the winner of Vettori and Paulo Costa, or he should fight, Jared Cannonier. But Jared Cannonier is coming off a 1-fight win streak, a 1-win streak against Kelvin Gastelum. So it's like, I don't really see anyone else that deserves the title shot other than Derek Brunson right now in the division. You obviously, Robert Whittaker, he's first. After that, it should be Derek Brunson. I think the winner should fight Derek Brunson. In the meantime, I can see the case for Jared Cannonier to fight him because there's going to be a lot of time before the fight. It's next year in January, and right now it's September. Derek wants to fight, so he has to wait until January for the fight to be finished. Then he needs to fight the winner, and they have to have a full training camp. So we're gonna fight in April or March. I don't think he should wait that long. That's like almost a year. It's not a year, it's like 8 months or something. But he should fight Jared Cannonier. Yeah, probably fight Jared Cannonier. But then the thing is, he could lose that fight. He could lose to Jared Cannonier. So that's a risk that he might have to take. But then that's a 6-fight win streak going into the fight. Then yeah, he should fight the winner. I think Derek Brunson deserves the fight right now, even without fighting Jared Cannonier. But I can see the case for him fighting Jared Cannonier anyways, because being active is better than not fighting. So yeah, that makes sense. But Darren Till, he's got to go back to the drawing board. Maybe he should fight Edmund Shabazian. That's a tough fight. That would be a tough fight for Darren. Not really. I could see him winning that fight, but takedowns. Edmund Shabazian is not a wrestler, but I think Edmund has a good chance of winning that fight too. So that's a tough fight for either of them. That's a favorable matchup, more favorable than the fight with Derek Brunson. Definitely would be looking at Shabazian. That would be a good fight. Or he should fight what's that other guy, Hermanson. Maybe he should fight Hermanson. Jared Cannonier would be a favorable matchup for Darren Till as well. I think he should go back to the drawing board, maybe get a new jiu-jitsu coach or a wrestling coach and look back at everything. Yeah, seems about right. That's probably what he should do.